Century Aluminum of Kentucky consists of two primary aluminum smelters, a 250,000-ton plant located in Hawesville, Kentucky, and the 205,000-ton Sebree smelter in nearby Sebree, Kentucky. These two smelters are part of Century Aluminum, which is headquartered in Chicago, Illinois. Both Hawesville and Sebree were built and opened within 5 years of each other in the late 1960s and early 1970s. Their location was chosen for a number of reasons: because of the proximity to regional customers, an excellent highway system, access to river and rail services, and low-cost, plentiful, and reliable coal-generated power. Most importantly, the plants have been able to draw from a workforce renowned for its dedication to work and its Midwestern values. Today, Century of Kentucky's two smelters produce approximately 455,000 tons of aluminum each year. That makes Kentucky the largest primary aluminum producer in the United States, a rare distinction that brings the spotlight to the Commonwealth. The two plants combined are an economic powerhouse in Western Kentucky. Together, they generate approximately $1 billion in annual revenue. The plants also employ nearly 1,200 men and women, each earning wages and benefits of approximately $90,000 annually, some of the highest in the Western Kentucky region. On top of that, it is estimated that another 3,500 indirect jobs are created as a result of the smelters. All told, Century's two smelters are responsible for more than $175 million annually in wages and salaries in Kentucky. Making new primary aluminum requires raw materials that are not available locally, so they must be transported to the plant through the rail, truck, and barge shipping systems. The primary raw material used in the aluminum smelting process is alumina. Alumina is a fine white powder refined from bauxite. The most critical element in the making of aluminum is electricity. In fact, aluminum has been referred to as liquid electricity. Because the single largest operating cost is electricity, approximately 40%, the availability of affordable power is critical to starting and keeping a smelter running. In fact, the smelters are the largest users of electricity in the region, with purchasing costs exceeding several $1,000,000 a month. Put another way, each smelter uses enough electricity in one day to power a medium-sized city. Electricity is brought into the plants through their own substations, which moves power to the potlines department where the metal is made. After the electricity is transformed to the required voltage and current, it's transferred to electrolytic cells known as pots. The Hawesville smelter consists of 5 potlines, while Sebree has 3. Each potline consists of approximately 100 to 125 pots, each holding up to 8 tons of aluminum. Both plants produce more than 1 million pounds of aluminum each day. That means since production began at the smelters, together they have produced more than 25 billion pounds of aluminum. The pots are about the same size as a backyard swimming pool and are lined with cathode blocks for the transmission of the electricity. The alumina is fed into the pots and is dissolved in the bath of molten cryolite. The electricity is passed into the pots through carbon anodes. The electrical current causes separation of aluminum from alumina. The anodes, which introduce the electricity to the smelting process, are also manufactured on-site in our carbon departments. The anodes are made from petroleum coke and liquid pitch and weigh approximately 1,700 pounds when created. Once created, they are sent to a baking furnace where they remain for about 3 weeks in order to remove much of the pitch. After that, the anodes are transferred to potlines, where they are placed in the pots. Sebree and Hawesville's carbon plants produce nearly 350,000 carbon blocks each year. When the aluminum process is complete, the metal is then transported in cruises from potlines directly to customers as hot metal, or it is taken to the casting department where aluminum products are made. The molten aluminum is transferred and carefully poured into large holding furnaces. The department then mixes the metal with different alloys, stirred to the proper casting temperature, and then checked for accuracy. Some of the alloys added may include silicon, copper, magnesium, and manganese. The specific recipes depend on the customer's end use. Once the metal reaches its proper temperature and chemical analysis, it is poured and formed using a direct chill casting process. The Hawesville operation creates high-purity aluminum, some of the highest quality in the world. In fact, Century Hawesville is the only producer of this level of pure aluminum in all of North America. Aluminum from the Hawesville smelter supplies the electrical conductor remelt ingot and high purity ingot markets, as well as the defense and aerospace industries, where our aluminum is used in the production of the M1A1 fighting vehicle, Bradley tanks, and Boeing jets. A majority of its new aluminum is sold in liquid form to a nearby customer, whose 300 employees make aluminum cable and wire. Sebree casts its molten aluminum into extrusion billet and ingots. The billet is cast in varying diameters and poured to approximately 20 feet long. The billet is then inspected, homogenized, and cut to specified lengths required by the customer. Each piece is packaged for shipping through a state-of-the-art billet Hertwig center. Some of the products created by Century Sebree's Kentucky customers include automotive parts, construction industry items, ladders, picture frames, and high-tech components. To ensure its continued competitiveness in the world aluminum market, Century Hawesville and Century Sebree are customer-focused operations, which means efficiency, quality, and safety are our top priorities when producing aluminum. Both smelters function around the clock, so preventative maintenance is essential to the plant's smooth operation. Because there is a broad range of machinery, each department depends on equipment that is precise and reliable. That is why employees in our maintenance departments maintain a good working relationship with operations to ensure that all equipment operates efficiently and safely. In all it does, Century Aluminum of Kentucky strives to meet the world's best practices in the aluminum making process. The smelters operate in harmony with their environment. Emissions created by the smelting process pass through a treatment system where impurities are removed through a scrubber process. The emissions are well within the acceptable levels, according to state and federal regulations. The smelters also incorporate numerous recycling systems, including aluminum, paper, wood, and materials used to make anodes. Here, spent anode material is removed from a rod, grinded, and reintroduced into the anode creation system. The smelters are registered to the international standards for quality and environment, including ISO 9000 and 9001 and ISO 14001. Equally important to our company is the concern for the safety and health of our employees, their families, and our visitors. Our safety departments maintain a proactive role in accident prevention, investigation, and control. We also incorporate the BSI 18001 Occupational Health and Safety Management System. The safety of employees is paramount, and the company strives for safety improvements every day. This is accomplished through safety observations and audits in the workplace. Most importantly, it is the dedication of the plant's experienced employees who help the plants remain safe. Since beginning operation, both the Hawesville and Sebree smelters have invested hundreds of millions of dollars in expansions and capital improvements. These investments have not only contributed to the economic viability of the plant long term, but have also helped other local businesses survive and prosper. Century also participates in and contributes to local nonprofit organizations, including the United Way, Habitat for Humanity, Relay for Life, area school districts, volunteer fire departments, and numerous baseball and soccer leagues. Century Aluminum of Kentucky is a proud and viable industrial partner of the Western Kentucky region. We will continue to do our part in the long-term economic sustainability of this area.